would be gigantic.
I'm trying to make all-time history.
Right. Yeah. That's the one that gets you going. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah. I hear him now. You too little. Canelo gonna break you. Yeah. I love the challenge. Let me prove him wrong once again.
I think I was there.
You might have been there.
Yeah, man. We had some good fights. And now, Crawford's about to fight.
Yes, he's gonna fight Canelo.
Oh man.
I just hope he's big enough. I hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him, because Canelo hits so hard, man.
That's one.
Terence Crawford's body transformation is so wild that even Joe Rogan had to praise him. But Rogan didn't hold back when pointing out the warning signs. Crawford's putting on mass. And yes, he's doing great so far. He's adding weight, like a monster. But stepping inside that ring is another game entirely. Training's one thing, fighting is something else. Just look back at that sloppy exhibition last year. Crawford's gearing up for the biggest challenge of his career. And he's also loading up more size than ever, jumping from welterweight to the 168-pound super middleweight division.
The crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez body shots. Like, maybe there's a video we could look. He's got a beautiful one where he steps in and just rips that left hook to the liver, and your body just goes deep. It just shuts down. It's the weirdest feeling, man. It's like your legs stop working, everything stops working. Your whole body just seizes up.
A well-known boxing icon and multi-division world champ advised Crawford to gain as much size as possible for fight night. And Crawford's clearly following that advice closely. In a new social media post, the challenger shared that he weighed 186 pounds. And even Joe Rogan had to admit that was unbelievable.
You know what I mean? Like I said before, this is the biggest fight in boxing. You know, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Canelo versus Crawford. It's the biggest fight to be made in boxing, and it's made, and we're gonna make history.
We saw you at 180. Are you comfortable at that weight? Are you walking around that big? Are you comfortable at that?
No, man, I'm 200 pounds, man. What you talking about?
Yeah. And he's like, this is not for speed. This is just power. Just power. He's like, don't try to be fast with this. Just power. And you see him just, hey, boom. Bro, he hits so hard.
He's packed on size like crazy. Now walking close to 190 pounds, which is massive for someone fighting at 147 just a year ago. At their recent pressers, it was clear there's barely any size difference between Crawford and Canelo. Crawford has big belief in himself, and Rogan respects that, but belief alone won't help inside the ropes. Both fighters have dominated across for divisions, with Crawford carrying an unbeaten 41-0 record after clearing out every opponent. And even though Alvarez has faced criticism for years, he remains elite, and let's be honest, he's still boxing's biggest star.
I'm feeling great. I've been working out. You know, actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be. It's gonna be difficult. You take it to your.
I'm taking them, and ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
When elite champions from different weight classes collide, one always steps in with a size disadvantage, and sometimes that's enough to swing a fight. This mega bout is no different. Since it was first announced, Joe Rogan has been skeptical, openly worried about Terence Crawford moving up to whole weight divisions, just to make this fight happen.
Let's be cool, boys. Got direction. I don't want either one of you guys to get hurt. There you go. Yeah. It's on now. It's on now.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
you know it.
We'll see.
We're gonna see.
But first made his mark at lightweight. But now he's jumping from junior middleweight at 154 pounds all the way up to the 168-pound super middleweight limit for a fight that might define his entire career. This weight leap will be a huge topic before fight night, especially since Crawford is a master technician. His next opponent, a top-tier beast who's even fought at light heavyweight. UFC commentator Joe Rogan spoke about the size gap during a podcast with comedian Brian Simpson. Rogan has interviewed Crawford and respects him, but he's worried the size difference could be too much. "I just hope he's big enough. I hope he's big enough to keep him off," Rogan said. "Because Canelo hits crazy hard, man."
When you look at the elite of the elite boxers, to a man, to every one of them, they're disciplined and they stay focused. I'm so excited to see this fight with Canelo Alvarez because I think the Saudi Arabians have so much money. They're throwing so much money at boxing, and the guy who's the head of boxing over there wants to make that fight happen. I think Terence Crawford, forget about the 3 weight classes. I think he could beat Canelo.
I think he can too.
Moving up to divisions doesn't bother Terence Crawford at all. He's been chasing this mega showdown with Canelo Alvarez for quite some time. By skipping a tune-up fight, Crawford is diving straight into what might be the toughest fight of his career after sitting out for over a year. Sure, that break let him bulk up, but skipping a warm-up means no real test of how his new size will work in an actual fight. Fans of Joe Rogan's podcast were shocked when he changed his tune after backing Crawford at first. Most fans still think Canelo, already at home at super middleweight, will keep a clear size advantage over Crawford, who spent most of his career at 147 and only recently fought at 154. But Joe Rogan didn't seem worried. He claimed the size difference wouldn't really matter here.
That, like, I believe all the he be talking.
Crawford?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good.
He don't just be saying that.
They try to say that like Errol Spence was damaged because of what Crawford did to him because he was damaged from the car accident. I'm like, maybe. Or maybe Crawford would have done that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful. He's so slick.
Joe Rogan insists Crawford isn't as small as people think. On episode 2286 of his show, the UFC commentator had Antonio Brown as a guest, and he went all in. Rogan said the 37-year-old Crawford still has time to pack on serious size before fight night. He's clearly hyped, saying, "You know why I'm excited? Terence Crawford and Canelo. That's the one." But even with all that hype, Rogan still acknowledged the obvious issue, the huge size gap that's got so many fans worried.
Going up and becoming undisputed against Canelo. Come on, man. I'm flying in the sunset, man. Thank you, boxing God.
That would be it?
That would be it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it for me. I didn't accomplish everything there is to accomplish in the sport of boxing.
He said, "Plenty of people think Terence is too small, but he weighed in at 185 pounds recently. This is the same guy who just won a belt at 154, and before that, he was dominating at 147. So yeah, he's got time to grow into it." Still, many fans believe that no matter how skilled Crawford is, he'll just end up like the rest, another name on Canelo's list of victims. The doubt comes from one thing: Crawford is 37 and moving up without any rehydration clause for protection. But despite that, Crawford is regarded as one of the sharpest boxers alive. He holds a 41-0 record with 31 knockouts. His last fight, a clear win over Israel Madrimov by unanimous decision.
He just knows so much about boxing, about where to be and what's coming, and
he's a strategist that's also entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's an artist.
Like, remember like a young B-Hop?
Yeah.
It was like just so sharp and made it look almost entertaining. You know what I mean?
Roy Jones in his prime. It was art. You were watching art. He's piecing up people. It was an art.
Riyadh's boxing season is starting with one of the year's most talked about fights already making noise. The Baker Al-Shidi Theater at the LVD City in Saudi Arabia just held the first press conference for the highly anticipated clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. The Mexican superstar will defend his undisputed super middleweight crown on September 13th in Las Vegas against the undefeated American, who's moving up to weight divisions for this fight. Also on the line is the Ring Magazine title worth an eye-popping $188,000. The fight will stream live on Netflix. The tension was clear. Both fighters faced off at a grand, flashy event, the kind of spectacle the Middle East is now known for when hosting big boxing events. Canelo's resume is unbelievable. He's fought everyone over the past 2 decades. There's no way he lets Crawford beat him, said Turki Alalshik, who opened the press event. Both fighters even had dinner with the Saudi minister the night before, the man who pushed to make this mega fight happen.
And when he gets, and he's also the best guy in the sport at switch hitting. He'll go from southpaw to orthodox and be just as good and trip you up. Like you think he's going to start southpaw, he starts orthodox. You prepare for orthodox, he's fighting southpaw. He feels like he's got you timed better orthodox, he'll switch it up. You know?
Super accurate.
Oh.
Canelo enters this fight looking to prove himself after his last outing against William Sculla bout. That set records for the wrong reasons, like the fewest punches thrown. Canelo didn't hide his frustration. That wasn't a fight. It was disappointing for me, he said. I came to fight, but you need both fighters to want it. This time, this is a big fight. And for me, making history is the goal. So, I'm fired up, he said. Canelo gave Crawford some praise. He's a great fighter, but reminded everyone, he's not Canelo. He added, I've got experience. People only talk about my power, but I bring much more than that. I think this will be one of my greatest fights. I want to make history. Even though Crawford was undisputed at welterweight and later grabbed the IBF strap at super welterweight, he's still not the betting favorite, largely because of the huge weight jump.
No, I'm saying at once.
Right.
I'm saying I started at 135. Right? I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right in one jump.
Yeah, in one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
I'm going to win. That's it. Nobody tells me how to fight. I've been doing this forever. I'm not running, said Crawford, despite his slick hit and move style frustrating Canelo. But the Mexican champ isn't shaken. Both believe this fight will be historic. I called out Canelo because he's great. He's fought Mayweather, GGG. Been in massive fights, this is mine. My moment. That's why I wanted him, Crawford said. He's one of the best I'll ever face. Standing proud with his belts, Canelo fired back. He's not beating me. I'm ready for anything. I believe this fight will be remembered forever. I just hope he doesn't run. Fans deserve a real fight. I hope he shows up and brings it. I know what I can do, and I trust myself. This is shaping up to be a clash that could shake the sport.
However I gotta fight, I'm gonna win. Simple as that. I'm not gonna let somebody else force me or tell me how to fight when I've been fighting my whole life. You know, I won't be running. You know, I can tell you that. But I will be, you know, doing a lot of touching.
Get me wrong. He's a great fighter, like I say, he's not Canelo. Obviously, I'm being in this situation for a long.
Ahead of their September 13th showdown, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford sat down with Piers Morgan for a long interview, where Morgan explored their childhoods, mindset, and physical readiness, but neither seemed eager to dig into deeper personal issues like Canelo's brother's kidnapping or Crawford surviving a shooting. Still, when asked if Canelo had any edge, Crawford responded, Canelo's a great fighter. We all know that, but I'll never say another man is better than me at anything because he hasn't proved it. I can't say his jab's better than mine because we haven't fought. I can't say his right hand's better than mine because I feel everything. I do great.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we gotta fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I did.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's
Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think you can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to you.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Come fight
And
now.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
but look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
Don't know why they put me here. I want to be in the side of Crawford. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
I like that mindset. It shows this will be a real fight. That's when I know we've got something big. And honestly, I love it. He's a highly skilled fighter. Maybe he's better than me in some areas, but fighters keep judging me from outside the ring. Once they're in there, it's a different game. I've got tools and talent they can't see until it's too late. To alpha males here, both knowing what they bring. No fake trash talk, we'll let our fists talk. Fans are getting a show. When asked about having a reach edge, Crawford didn't brag. Instead, he said, sometimes it helps, sometimes not. Canelo's good at slipping shots mid-range, and that could help him. He added, yeah, Long arms help outside, but if it's an inside fight, it's about how you use them. Can you throw short, fast punches with long arms? That's what matters, and I can.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
When asked about his current weight, Crawford casually said, "I don't know. 155. Pressed about whether being lighter at 168 could slow him down, he didn't hesitate. "No, not at all," he said, "because we fighters already carry plenty of weight anyway. I'll just be fighting at one of my natural weights. No nerves." No doubt Crawford made it clear he's not worried about the weight jump, even if the rest of the world is.
Canelo Crawford, I know what you feel about Canelo, but what do you feel about that particular fight, which sounds like it probably took 100 to 150 million, maybe each, in order for Turkey to get that fight.
It doesn't really, listen, it's going to be a fight that people want to watch again, because again, it's something that people generate and talk about. Canelo's very popular. At this point, he's if he fights my sneaker, it's going to generate 1 million pay-per-views, right? So
Canelo addressed accusations of being a drug cheat after past failed test. "People who don't want to believe me won't, no matter how much proof I show. They believe whatever they want. And honestly, I don't care. History shows smaller fighters often struggle against naturally bigger ones, but Paulie Malignaggi isn't convinced. The ex-pro boxer and Pro Box TV analyst is just as hyped as fans. He believes Canelo Alvarez, the unified super middleweight champ, is a master of boxing and knows exactly how to handle this matchup.
There's a lot of experts that think Canelo's not the same fighter. His punch output's a lot less. What do you think, considering the last 12 months or so? Is he the same fighter he was maybe a few years ago?
I think he is. I just think he just wasn't up for the skull fight, and I think different fighters bring different energies out of other fighters.
A lot of people are judging you on the Madrimov fight, saying you struggled moving up in weight. You're going further up in weight, and they're saying that's going to go against you based on the Madrimov fight. How do you kind of reply to that?
Even with the Mexican holding a size advantage, Crawford won't be easy to handle. In an interview with Fight Hype, Paulie Malignaggi explained Bud has the edge in key areas. "At first, I thought Crawford might be too small," he admitted, but later changed his mind, saying this fight isn't about size, it's about ability. "I think Crawford is a more complete fighter than Canelo," Malignaggi said. "The only real issue is Crawford's smaller frame."
I was originally thinking Crawford might be too small. I think Crawford is a way more complete fighter than Canelo ever was. I think Crawford is just, the only risk here is Crawford's small. You think about it though, Duran was a former lightweight and he was able to beat Iran Barkley eventually, right? So it's not out of the question. And this Canelo is not the prime Canelo. This Canelo is also a Canelo who's trying to steal bags while half-assing it. When Canelo has been put in tough situations in the moments where he's had to really dig down, what has he done?
Think about it. Roberto Duran once fought at lightweight, yet pulled off a huge win over Iran Barkley back in 1989. Their fight was razor close and ended in a split decision for Duran, even though Barkley had beaten Tommy Hearns. Now, everyone's locked in, waiting for Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. And that's it for now. For the latest news, big moments, and real boxing action, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned with us. And don't forget to hit notifications so you never miss when we drop hot content like this. Until next time, peace.